NewsX. We are making a start with our big focus this hour. Congress has escalated its attack on EVMs by submitting a fresh complaint. Congress claims discrepancies in 20 constituencies and has asked the EC to seal all the EVMs in respective constituencies. This comes after Congress held a brainstorming meet over Haryana loss chaired by Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi, where Rahul reportedly also blamed infighting between leaders for the loss, and Congress has also formed a committee to analyse the result. While knives are out in the Congress after the debacle, Naib Singh Saini is all set to take oath as the next Chief Minister of Haryana on the 17th of October. The BJP has planned a massive show of unity to mark this event, as opposed to the Congress, whose house seems divided in Haryana. The big question, of course, is who's responsible for the Congress showing, and is the Congress ignoring its problems by gunning after the EC? Will the Haryana show have any impact on Maharashtra, as well as another big question? Joining us at this point live is Anirudh Pratap Singh, BJP spokesperson. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, Congress spokesperson, joins us live. Chandni Preeti Shah, political analyst, is live with us. Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, also joins us live on the broadcast. Let me begin with you first. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, why is the Congress crying foul over the defeat of your party in Haryana? Do you believe blaming the EC and EVMs will help your cause? This has been done by you in the past, and we saw how your party did perform better in the Lok Sabha polls. Why didn't you blame the EC and EVM then?
Uday, very good evening to everyone, and a happy Dussehra to the NewsX team and to my fellow panelists. Uday, this is not an either-or issue. While we are introspecting what has gone wrong, what has been our lacunae, where we lagged, be it election management, ticket distribution, everything. But what's there, what we have presented to Election Commission is the credible evidence of around 20 constituencies where the machines were charged at 99%. And also this happened in Lok Sabha when this was duly raised by Bhupesh Baghelji in Rajnagdagaon constituency, that after 3 days of, when the machines were opened for counting, they were still at 99% charge. And so we have given some credible evidence along with letters of from our candidates saying that this needs to be looked at. This needs to be for Election Commission to come across as somebody who is who is a credible institution responsible for the fair play of democracy. This needs to be looked at, and it's high time. We just can't introspect and not look at this, because this result has been very shocking, very what was not expected from how not only in our internal surveys, the political pundits, the pollsters, the media, the feedback from the ground, everyone predicted our win. So we have given some credible institution, and we are not raising questions on the whole electoral process. We have asked some credible questions on the 20 constituencies, and we want answers on that. Election Commission needs to have a very fair, neutral stand and not act as an opposition party in itself, and not have a touch me not attitude, and give us answers to this. Because when a national party who's in opposition raises some question, it's the onus lies on the Election Commission. So while we are introspecting, I don't deny that there has been lacunae. There has been, as you mentioned, there has been a meeting. State leaders have been kept out of it and things like that. We have given evidence, and we want answers on that, because at the end of the day, it's the democracy that's at stake.
Yes. What about infighting in your party? Do you believe that is also something that has affected this result? The infighting within the Congress, that's something we've seen in other states in the past as well, Dr. Pooja Tripathi. Also, do you believe that this result will have bearing on the upcoming Maharashtra and Jharkhand, and particularly Maharashtra, where again you're hoping to do well like you were in Haryana?
So there are not men's words, and I'll not be very diplomatic when I say that infighting did not cost it. It did cost us. We have seen there were almost 5 CM faces of Congress, and everybody was in a race to become a CM. I'll be CM. Otherwise, not ensuring that first let the party come back in power and then you can be CM. So this is being looked after by the party high command. This is being looked after by the fact-finding committee. And we hope to see some accountability being fixed for the Haryana elections, because let's be honest, I've always been saying this on the panels earlier too, that there is democracy in the party. We don't take diktat from Delhi. But I think there's too much democracy within the party. The individual political aspiration should not derail what the bigger goal of coming back to power, the bigger goal of taking up public issues, but it did derail. And as far as your question about Maharashtra election, well, to be very honest, it's a kind of a demorale. It's kind of a very a factor which just lessens the morale of the karyakartas who've been working day and night for the party to be back in power. But as I say, Saubhagya na sab din sota hai, and we are very much geared for Maharashtra elections. And our seat sharing has almost been fixed, and Maharashtra and Jharkhand will take head on. We will try to do away with whatever we went wrong in the Haryana elections, and I hope to see positive results.
Yes, let me quickly rope in Anirudh Pratap Singh at this point as well. Anirudh, you can of course respond to the points that Pooja Tripathi has, the concerns she's raised on the Election Commission and the EVMs in the Haryana result fallout, and also as far as the infighting is concerned in the Congress. Do you believe that's something that works to your party's advantage election after election? We saw of course how it happened earlier in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and now of course in Haryana.
Uday ji, if you allow to me, I would like to speak to Hindi because my audience from the Hindi world. So
up to you.
I would like to prefer. Please.
It's up to you.
Okay. राहुल गांधी जी जब रायबरेली चुनाव हारते हैं, राहुल गांधी जी जब अमेठी चुनाव जीतते हैं, राहुल गांधी जी जब रायबरेली चुनाव जीतते हैं, जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी अयोध्या चुनाव हारती, जब 240 सीट आती, इनको 99 सीट आती है, कर्नाटक चुनाव जीतते, हिमाचल प्रदेश चुनाव जीतते हैं, तब इनका ईवीएम बिल्कुल सही मानते हैं. जैसे इनके अकॉर्डिंग रिजल्ट नहीं आता तो इनको लगता सारी गलतियां ईवीएम में है. ईवीएम की बैटरी नहीं डिस्चार्ज थी या चार्ज थी. आपके नेताओं की बैटरी डिस्चार्ज हो गई क्योंकि उनको लगा राहुल गांधी का सबसे बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस क्या है 99 सीट 2014, 2019 और 2024 के चुनाव में. और इनकी दादी इंदिरा गांधी जी का जो सबसे अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस, सबसे बुरा परफॉर्मेंस है वो 154 सीट का है. तो इनको एक आत्ममंथन कह सकते हैं कि इनको अपनी पार्टी का या इनके बीच में करना चाहिए. ये बार बार ईवीएम में इनके जो वर्कर्स हैं सारे डेमोरलाइज्ड हो चुके हैं. इनमें ये लगता है कि भाई आप आते हैं, आप बातें आप न तो वहां देख नहीं पाते हैं. आप जब जाते हैं तो लोग ये सोचते हैं आज के टाइम का वोटर डिजिटल एरा में है, 2024 के एरा में है. एक टाइम ऐसा था कि रायबरेली में चुनाव हुआ था, राजीव गांधी के वर्कर के ऊपर आज भी एफआईआर वहां पे एफआईआर दर्ज हुआ. वो मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं कोई बीजेपी का हुआ, ऑन रिकॉर्ड है कि बैलेट पेपर लेके भागे थे, उसमें उन्होंने पानी डाला था. ये उस टाइम पे चुनाव था. राजीव गांधी जिसको बहुत ही क्लीन फेस और ये सारी चीजें बोलते थे, जब से बैलेट पेपर से चुनाव होने लगा तब से कांग्रेस कहीं ना कहीं वॉश आउट होने, क्योंकि लोगों के दिमाग में जब चुनाव होता है तो वो हिमाचल प्रदेश को सोचते हैं, वो कर्नाटक को देखते हैं, वो तेलंगाना को देखते हैं, जहां पे आप एक कमिटमेंट करके आए हुए थे कि हम खटाखट महिलाओं को हर महीने पैसे देंगे, जो वहां बेरोजगार लोग हैं उनको हर महीने हम भत्ते देंगे, या लोगों को हम सीधे कलेक्टर बनाना शुरू कर देंगे. तो जब लोग ये देखते भाई आप तो कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे हो, सैलरी भी नहीं दे पा रहे हो, तो उससे अच्छा है कि अगर हुड्डा जी के 10 साल का पिछला 2014 के पहले का कुशासन देखा जाए और 70 साल का कांग्रेस का कुशासन देखा जाए तो लोग उसको कंपेयर कर लेते हैं, उनके माइंड में चीजें आती हैं. ये आप लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता. ऐसा कौन स्टूडेंट होगा भाई कि 99 मतलब एग्जाम में फेल होने के बाद भी वो ये कहता है कि नहीं हमने बहुत परफॉर्म कर लिया, क्योंकि जो 75 मार्क्स लाने वाला था वो 60% पर रुक गया. ये तो गजब की बात है कि आप वहां पे चुनाव, एक सरकार बना रही पार्टी, आप सिर्फ इस पे खुश हो रहे कि 240, हम तो 240 पे भी एनालिसिस करते हैं कि भाई हमने 400 का कैंपेन किया था, हमारा 240 कैसे आया. अयोध्या को लेके कोई भी नहीं कह रहा था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी वहां से चुनाव हार जाएगी, इवन अपोजिशन भी नहीं कह रहा था, फिर भी हम चुनाव वहां पे हारे. तो हम लोग तो अपने अंदर एनालिसिस करते हैं भाई कैसे 400 से 240 पे आए, लेकिन अब 99 पे जाते हैं जिसमें 53 से ज्यादा सीटें आप अपने सहयोगी पार्टनर के थ्रू पाते हैं. अगर आप पंजाब हरियाणा जाते हैं आम आदमी पार्टी जाते हैं, अगर आप उत्तर प्रदेश आते समाजवादी पार्टी जाते हैं, महाराष्ट्र जाते उद्धव ठाकरे जी के शरद पवार जी पर डिपेंड होते हैं, तमिलनाडु जाते डीएमके के ऊपर डिपेंड होते हैं. आपकी स्थिति यह है कि राहुल गांधी जी खुद की सीट अमेठी और रायबरेली से जीतने के लिए उनको समाजवादी पार्टी को, यही एक रीजन है उनको जनता भी नकार दे रही है और उनको उनके अलायंस पार्टनर अब नहीं पूछ रहे हैं। अभी 6 सीट का अनाउंस समाजवादी पार्टी ने उत्तर प्रदेश में किया, कभी कांग्रेस से कुछ नहीं पूछा। उद्धव ठाकरे जी प्रेशर बना रहे हैं, झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा झारखंड में प्रेशर बना रही है, तो आप कहीं के नहीं रह गए हैं।
अच्छा, अब मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा कि ये जो परिणाम आए हैं, जी पूजा जवाब देगी आपको, मगर उससे पहले अनिरुद्ध, क्या असर पड़ेगा आने वाले चुनाव पर? माना ये जा रहा था कि महाराष्ट्र में भी बहुत टाइट फाइट रहने वाला है, जो विपक्ष है वहां वो कह रहे हैं कि वो दावा कर रहे हैं कि उनकी सरकार 100% बन रही है। ये जो परिणाम है इसका क्या असर पड़ेगा आने वाले दिनों में महाराष्ट्र में, झारखंड में, बिहार में और दिल्ली में?
उदय जी, इसका सिंपल एक सेंटेंस है, राहुल गांधी जर्नी ऑफ डिफीट हैज बिगन। अब राहुल गांधी रिपीट नहीं होने वाले हैं, उनकी जो हार का मार्च है वो स्टार्ट हो चुका है। क्योंकि हरियाणा जो जहां पे महिला, किसान, युवा, बेरोजगारी, तमाम चीज सब में जिस किसान नेता को लेके ये लोग सर पे बिठाए घूम रहे थे, चढ़ूनी जी, उनकी जमानत जब्त हो गई आपके पास। क्योंकि आप 2024 में एक नैरेटिव के आधार पर चुनाव लड़ना चाहते हैं कि नैरेटिव क्रिएट किया जाएगा, कुछ लोग टीवी डिबेट कर लेंगे, उसमें प्रवक्ता आके बोल देंगे, फिर उसके बाद में कुछ लोग क्या सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे हो हल्ला हो जाएगा। खत्म हो चुका है। अगर मैं कुछ बोल के जाता हूं आपके टीवी डिबेट पर, तो बाहर जो लोग बैठे होते हैं वो तुरंत फैक्ट चेक करते हैं मोबाइल पे बैठ के कि ये क्या सही बोल रहे हैं, क्या गलत बोल रहे हैं। आज का टाइम ये नहीं कि आज की बातें तो 15 दिन में को रिलेट होती हैं, इमीडिएट अर्जेंटली हो सकता है आपके टीवी डिबेट में काउंटर होके आ जाए कि नहीं इन्होंने गलत बोला है। तो उस आप नैरेटिव आप सेट करके जाते हैं कि किसान आंदोलन जिसको आप नेता बनाए घूम रहे थे, वहीं पे आपका जमानत जब्त हो जाती है। तो आप अपने अंदर नैरेटिव पे काम करिए, कमिटमेंट जो करिए उसको डिलीवरी करिए। बीजेपी का बिल्कुल क्लियर एजेंडा है शुरू से, एक सांस्कृतिक राष्ट्रवाद, दूसरा राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा पे कोई समझौता नहीं करना, ऐसा विकास करना जिसमें स्पीड हो, स्केल हो, ट्रांसपेरेंसी हो। स्पीड स्केल का मतलब यह होता है कि 2014 के पहले एक एम्स फंक्शन में थे, आज 25 से ज्यादा लगभग एम्स है। 4 आईएम थे फंक्शंस में, आज 20 से ज्यादा हैं। 4 आईआईटीज थे, आज उससे ज्यादा 20 से ज्यादा आईआईटीज हैं। तो ये मतलब होता है स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी, विकास ये होता है। अगर आप 6 किलोमीटर नेशनल हाईवे बनाते थे, तो आज 6 लेन का 28 किलोमीटर नेशनल हाईवे पर डे बनता है। तो ये होता है स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी। अगर आप कहीं पे रेलवे ट्रैक इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन करने में आप सोचते थे, लेकिन आज 80% ज्यादा रेलवे ट्रैक इलेक्ट्रीफाई हो गया, ये होता है स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी। तो जब आप ये करके जाते हैं, तब आप जनता के बीच में जा सकते हैं, उस पर कमिटमेंट कर सकते हैं।
जी पूजा जवाब दीजिए। पूजा त्रिपाठी, योर रिस्पॉन्स।
सो अनिरुद्ध जी, I'll answer in हिंदी only, क्योंकि वो मुझे लगता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी वालों को भी नहीं पता था कि वो जीत जाएंगे, और जो जीतता है उसको विनम्र होना चाहिए। तो क्योंकि ये बहुत देर से स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी की बात कर रहे थे, ये हरियाणा की भी ने दिल्ली के बाद चीका टीटा जैसा मिला है। तो ये स्पीड स्केल और ट्रांसपेरेंसी थी पिछले 10 साल की, जिसमें हरियाणा का बेरोजगारी दर 2% से बढ़कर 9% हो गया। ये स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी थी जिसमें हरियाणा जो पहले आर्मी में 5,970 कैंडिडेट बेचता था, आज वो घट के 501 हो गया है। ये स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी थी जहां हरियाणा का करप्शन मैसिव है सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स में। ये स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी थी कि यहाँ एक साल में 9,700 दलितों पर अत्याचार होता है। ये स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी है जहां पे 13% लोगों के पास ड्रिंकिंग वाटर का एक्सेस नहीं है, पीने का पानी नहीं है, 19% लोगों के पास टॉयलेट्स नहीं है, और 24% लोगों के पास पक्का घर नहीं है। ये स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी है जहां इन्होंने हाईवे को बनाने का फॉर्मूला अलग कर दिया। अब ये क्लेम करते हैं कि अब तो भैया 28 किलोमीटर बनती है। ये स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी थी कि अश्विनी वैष्णव, मैंने ना रेलवे का एग्जांपल दिया, मैं उससे पे बात करूंगी। अश्विनी वैष्णव के कार्यकाल में 55 रेल हादसे हो चुके हैं, 21 लोगों की मौत हो चुकी है और 131 से ज्यादा लोग घायल हो गए हैं। तो इनका सांस्कृतिक राष्ट्रवाद, इनका स्पीड स्केल ट्रांसपेरेंसी, इनका विकास का मॉडल, सच ये है कि हरियाणा में कांग्रेस की कुछ कमियां रही जिसको मैं एक्सेप्ट कर रही हूँ। मैं उसके अराउंड, आई एम नॉट बीटिंग अराउंड द बुश और मैं उस पर कोई स्टैंड ले रही हूँ, मैं उसे एक्सेप्ट कर रही हूँ। पर सच ये है कि 10 साल के शासन में किसानों के साथ, युवाओं के साथ आज अगर हम पावर में नहीं है, इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि बेरोजगार युवाओं का 60% डंकी मार रहे हरियाणा के युवाओं का मुद्दा डाइल्यूट हो जाता है। ये बात नहीं है कि किसानों के एमएसपी का मुद्दा डाइल्यूट हो जाता है। ये बात नहीं है कि महिला सुरक्षा में 24% की महिलाओं के प्रति क्राइम में वृद्धि हुई है।
जी,
क्या मुद्दा?
चलिए बाकियों का भी रुख कर लेते हैं, उन्होंने कुछ नहीं बोला है। Chandni Preeti Shah, let me quickly draw you in here. You heard, of course, the BJP's points and the counterpoints from the Congress party. But according to your analysis, what are the ramifications going to be as we build up for the Haryana oath taking of the new government on the 17th of October, of this Haryana verdict in the assembly elections, the ramifications on the assembly polls ahead, the ramifications on alliances and national politics, and also what you make of the reasons for the Congress's shock defeat, which even exit polls couldn't predict?
Uday, I think first of all, happy Dussehra to everybody, and a very big congratulations to the Bharatiya Janata Party to form the government in Haryana with a thumping victory. This is a completely, I have been to NewsX before and have said this, that Congress this time has been overconfident, and they rejected the proposal of Aam Aadmi Party, and they thought they could win it all by themselves, and this was the main reason for their defeat, and there was no other reason for their defeat. The ground reality was different from what they assumed, and apart from that, I also see the RSS has been actively working like before. So BJP went back to its old way, where it worked on the ground, it worked on the booth pollings, it worked with the RSS karyakartas on the ground, and they making a way for the BJP to win the elections. This is the reason why silently BJP won this election, and Congress faced the defeat in the Haryana elections. Now coming to the EVM issue that the Congress keeps raising. In 2017, ECI had thrown an open challenge to all the parties to come and show how EVMs can be tampered. In fact, they kept a particular day for it, but nobody turned up apart from the NCP and CPM. And they did not participate in this hack challenge, but rather they asked the ECI to help them understand how the mechanism of the EVM works. Right? Also, this issue has been discussed threadbare in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has given its verdict that if this is not how in a democracy you should question every time that whether this is working fine or not. In fact, it passed two directions to the Election Commission in this regard, and it said that after completing loading of symbols into the machine, the symbol or the symbol loading unit, it should be sealed and stored for a period of at least 45 days. And the second was that the burnt memory in the EVM microcontroller must be checked by a team of engineers after the results are declared if candidates make such a request, and such a request should be made by the candidates who are on the second or the third, who have been placed on the second or the third place in the election. It should be made within 7 days of declaration of the results. This was what the court said. Nothing of this has been done by the opposition party. All they are doing is hue and cry, giving statements in the media that EVMs are tampered with, EVMs, but they have not gone to the ECI when the ECI, asked them to come and show how the EVMs are being tampered. They did not raise a request with the ECI that, show us the microcontroller, show us how the results have been made within the 7 days. They did not do it. Now coming to the EVM battery. The EVM battery comes with adequate charge to last 2 days, for 2 days, keeping in mind both the polling day and the counting day. This is what the ECI officials have said on official record. Now, while every battery pack starts at nearly 100% charge when it is commissioned, the battery charge levels change depending on the extent of usage in the mock poll to the actual poll, and it can come down to the by on the counting day. This is very normal. So, for example, when the mock poll is conducted, while most candidates are allowed like 5 to 10 votes per machine, so the provision is there that they can be allowed up to 15 votes. So if insisted by the candidate or a polling agent, the battery level or the battery usage will be impacted by the number of candidates involved. So if 28 candidates are in the fray and they go for a mock poll, up to 300 votes may have to be casted as per the drill. So the battery level could go up and down, but it can never impact the counting results. Right. So I do not understand where this entire EVM, tampering thing comes by the opposition, because it is completely illogical, and that is the only reason that you will see only Congress making such accusations that EVM has been tampered, ECI is uploading the results slowly. You will never see any other party making such accusations. You will never see Bharatiya Janata Party, or in fact any other party also in the opposition. I have not heard them making such an accusation, because they know, they understand what is people's mandate. They accept what is people's mandate. Now again, when you come to the Congress government, I guess 99 seats in Lok Sabha 24 is the best ever performance by Rahul Gandhi. I mean, they could not even complete a century. And again, Congress has lost around 88 elections under Rahul Gandhi's leadership. He's bound to complete the century of losses also. So I think the focus of Congress and the opposition should be on bettering themselves internally, instead of playing the blame game amongst their own selves. And whether a loss or a win, it's a collective responsibility for the entire party, and not the responsibility of an individual or a couple of individuals.
Okay, let me also quickly get in Manasvi. Manasvi, do you agree with Chandni's analysis for, of course, the verdict and the reasons, and also now the fallout? If you disagree, please do give your point of view. Also, Manasvi, most interestingly, of course, on the effect on the alliances as well. There were a few Congress leaders and other analysts who said perhaps if the anti-BJP vote would have got consolidated into an alliance, this result would not have happened. Is that a fair assertion? The SP, interestingly, deciding to announce many candidates for the by-polls without consulting the Congress. Also, do you believe this is going to have an effect on the seat-sharing tussle within, the Maharashtra opposition alliance as well? Manasvi.
This is the highest tally of vote share which the Congress have garnered since 2005. So this is the largest in last almost 19 years. They have garnered this kind of a vote bank of 39% vote share. And BJP is having 39% as per the Congress. It's equally, it was a neck-to-neck fight. The difference between Congress and BJP was less than 1%, and it was around 118,000 votes only. So what happened with Congress was they got unlucky. They lost at the strategic front when Aam Aadmi Party decided to fight all the seats, which in almost all the seats they have lost their zamanat. So Aam Aadmi Party could not make any dent there. Further, BSP was also there to spoil the sport of Congress there. The joining of the BSP and Congress, BSP and Aam Aadmi Party damaged Congress further in more than 4 seats, and 2 seats directly where Aam Aadmi Party had a considerable number of difference between BJP and Congress. So this is the kind of strategic front which they lost. Had it been, they would have had a good round of negotiations. So the entry of these non-BJP votes went to them, which did not make any considerable difference to these parties, but damaged Congress. On the vote front, if I would say, on the vote share percent, it is equal. It was a neck-to-neck fight. On the point of BJP, there are no infights, and Congress, there are all the infights. No, that is also not true. There are equal infights in BJP. There are equal infights in Congress. That's the real fact of it. Even BJP leaders did not believe it. Even BJP Karyakarta does not believe it. That was the perception of the exit poll. That was the perception all around the country, that Haryana is going to go Congress's way. But somehow Congress could not manage it well. BJP had given everything which they could give. While they are in power, to the opposition to come in power, they had given everything on platter to Congress, but Congress could not take it up. So that's the problem with the Congress. They had the mandate of the people. They had the issues in front of it, be it Pahalwan, be it Kisan, be it Mahila. Every issue was in the favor of Congress, but they could not consolidate that much to which could form a sarkar. But in politics, I would not say that you would want to come to the second of the politics of it. You would want to come to the first in the elections. So this is where Congress lost it. They lost on the strategic front. And why SP or Uddhav Thackeray or other alliance leaders are speaking is because Congress is the largest opposition of this country. It is the second largest political power after BJP. So where will the alliances go? If not with the Congress, they had larger expectations from Congress. They believed Congress will form Sarkar, but somehow they did not form Sarkar. Further, in Jammu and Kashmir also, it was let down by the Congress in NC. So that is the kind of mandate which Congress has got. So they have to get their house correct. If they are going, see, they are the only fighter against BJP. If they have to fight against BJP, they have to be strategically right. They have to be communicative. The perception of Congress has to be right. So now what happens on the perception front is, people will not go, the Karyakartas mostly will not go on the arithmetics part of it. The Karyakarta will not go on how many seat difference was there and how many seats were eaten by Aam Aadmi Party and by BSP. They'll go, a loss is a loss, and the morale of Congress Karyakartas is going to go further low, because it's being a decade, more than a decade, wherein Congress is on a losing spree. They have to garner the support of their Karyakartas. They have to garner the votes there. So one thing which Congress is blessed is, even after continuous loss of since last almost a decade, they are still garnering 39% of vote share, which is equal to BJP. But they are not able to consolidate the vote bank which they have into Sarkar. So that's a pain point for Congress. They are there, but still they are not there. That's a difficulty for the Congress. They have to consolidate that last 1% of vote bank. They have to consolidate that last 1% of strategy in favor of them. That infights which are disturbing them, that has to be removed. What happens with the Congress is there are so many vice presidents, but there is no president there. In terms of there are so many deputy chief minister, no chief minister candidate who can run the shows in the local elections. That's the major problem. Everyone becomes a candidate, everyone becomes a ministry holder, everyone becomes a MOS there, but no one becomes a good candidate to fight for Congress. That is where the Congress is losing out. On the contrary, BJP is consolidating on its discipline. The biggest turning point for BJP is the discipline of the BJP.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.